we are going to start another tutorial, and with this we are going to combine encapsulation and inheritance. So I'm going to delete all this, delete every code. So in the person class, I'm going to delete everything. Don't worry, we will regenerate them all over. Then, so this is the class that we have. There's nothing here. There's nothing there. So I'm going to create another class. I'm going to call it student. So student. So first I'll go to the parent class, which is person. So I'm going to carry out the same exercise. That is, I'm just going to create an object of this. So I'm just going to create a constructor. So for select all, then I will create a setter and getter. So these are the methods in the class called person. We will move to the student class. Extend person. So this student class is going to inherit from the parent class called the person. So once we have a constructor here, Java is forcing us to create a constructor. So we are going to create a constructor. This is a constructor. We can create no argument constructor. So let's create a no argument constructor. So let me copy this and just delete these ones. So here is going to be either null, or I will pass any string variable to it, and here too it can be any integer, either 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that. So I will 52. So this is where we are going to create our display method. Void display. So here we are only going to display the name of the student. So the name of the student is then the age. So what I will do is, because this is the chart method class, it means that this get age can be accessed there. So plus get age and get name, then plus get age. So when you go to our main class, what you will do is you will now create, we are not supposed to extend anything as well. So in our main class, we are going to create an object of it, which is student student equal to new student. So we are going to pass values to it, and in this case we are going to use the J option. So the J option, string name equal to J option dot show input dialog box. Please enter the name of the student. Since the J option will give us a string value, we are not supposed to change the data type. So we are going to use J option to take the name of the age, take the age from the user. So please enter the age, but you have to understand that J option only returns a string, and in our constructor age is what, an integer. So we have to convert it. So integer dot pass int, then we will pass it the string value. So this is going to be 8. So let's run it and see what will happen. So we are going to give it the name is going to be Isaac. Sorry we didn't display it, so whatever you are going to do, you are not going to get something here. So here what you will do is x dot, we are going to use the x to call the display method. So Isaac $85. So this is our output. So with this code we are able to combine the constructor, the encapsulation and the inheritance. So this student is a child class, and it is inheriting from the parent class, and the parent class possesses a private variable, the name and the age. It has what, a constructor. It has getters and setters for these variables. Once the student class inherits from this parent class, it means that it has possession of all the methods defined in the parent class. So that is why we are able to access the get name and the get age here without defining it in the child class. One thing that we also have to know that is, if the parent class has a constructor, once the child class inherits it must possess a constructor. So that's why we have a constructor here, and this constructor has two parameters or 2 arguments. We can create a no argument constructor. So in this case, no argument, and we have to pass a default value to it. This method called display is the only method that belongs to the person class, that is the child class. So when we go to the YouTube class, that is where we are going to create an object of the class and use the object to display the information that we have passed to what? The name and the age. We use J option to accept inputs from the user and pass it to there. So I think we will end here, then some other time we will continue.